Send it back to Nick and Carrie.
All right, speaking of all things wedding and all things Italian, Nick Vitale, you probably have gone to an Italian wedding once or twice?
Yes. It generally requires a lot of standing up and sitting down and repeating, but that's just my recollection. But I did want to find out some of Hampton Roads' most memorable wedding experience in this week's Nick's Picks. What's up, Hampton Roads? It is wedding week, and I am here for this edition of Nick's Picks to find out your favorite, or worst, wedding memories. Do you have a good or bad memory of a wedding?
I had to hire a best man.
You had to hire a best man?
He was sitting there reading a newspaper in the corner. That was his job. You hired him to become your best man for $5 or $6.
Was it worth it?
No.
One of my best friends, her aunt being late to her own wedding. She almost missed her own wedding.
She almost missed her own wedding. Was like the groom hanging out at the altar, like freaking out, thinking that she left him?
She and everybody was trying to call her cell phone and house phone and figure out where she was. How you be late to your own wedding?
Yeah. Better that than your own funeral.
She be late to that too.
It was my first marriage. My wife was 16 and I was 18 years old. So we go down to get married, thinking that her grandmother could sign for us to get married. Come to find out that her grandmother wasn't her legal parent, so we had to put that off. I don't know if that's considered as, for me, it was a damper at time for me.
See, I would call that a blessing in disguise.
And I agree with you 100%.
Actually, my uncle's wedding, I was in his wedding, so that was a good experience because that was the first wedding I was ever in. At the wedding, everybody cried, and I'm like, why are y'all crying? It's happy, and everybody's boo-hooing. That's it.
You said you have a wedding memory that's going to happen.
Yes. My daughter's getting married in Las Vegas on April 3rd.
A Vegas wedding, and it's planned.
Oh, yes.
I'm not used to that whatsoever at all. So you're excited about that?
I'm going to get a dress probably today.
Oh, congratulations. How long has she been with her significant other?
4 years.
Okay. So this isn't like a out-of-the-blue type thing?
It's not a shotgun thing, no.
Okay, that's good. All right. Well, whew, avoided. So your favorite wedding memory is what?
Getting divorced.
My official top 3 Nick's Picks. My number 3, when my mom got married to my stepdad, I was about 8 years old, and I was the ring bearer. And instead of hanging out and being patient, I just pretty much decided to start trying on all the rings and just kind of... Number 2, my Aunt Annie got married up in the mountains in New Jersey, and I'm driving down from the mountain with my grandfather, and he looks at me and says, if I got pulled over right now, I'd probably blow drunk, but I feel fine. And then he just continued to drive down the windy mountain road, and I was scared. My number 1 wedding memory, when my dad and stepmom got married, they had the entire wedding party singing the Beatles in My Life, and as we all sang, they exchanged their vows in very soft, hushed voices. I still don't know what they said to this day, but they are still happily married, so whatever it was, worked. Congratulations, Dad. Those are my Nick's Picks, and you guys have a good one. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da.
That was funny.
That's my picks. Yeah, there was some good times. That one guy was so stoked on his divorce answer.
Yeah, he was like bent over laughing.
Very happy.
There was like an extra 10 seconds of laughter that I had to cut out because it was...
It went on and on. I was there.
Yeah, Kelly was filming.
Like,
Too exuberant. You're like, I get it.
It's not a wedding, though, unless something goes wrong. You should almost, because something has to go wrong. I walked into the walking out music. I mixed up the titles in the program, so instead of coming down the aisle to dum dum to dum, it was dum dum dum. I was coming in.
Rocky.
It wasn't I the Tiger?
No.
Oh, what a shame.
My friend Mary, the men wore the women's corsages, these huge things,
ones.
and the women had these tiny little, they had boutonnieres on. Something's got to go.
I got in
Something's gotta go
trouble
wrong.
for picking up my bride and tossing her into the car at the end.
Ooh. Classy.
I was going to say,
I
better
thought that was
cars on like a
cute.
pool. Or
Well, no, it was a limo, but I picked her up and I tossed
did
her
she
in.
hit her head or anything?
Huh? Never mind.
It just didn't sound right.
Anyway,